I'm Gary from Progress, and this winter we've had a lot of damage from snow and ice. And so today we're going to talk about what's been on houses and what we're improving on as we go along to maybe prevent some of the issues. So traditionally, what's been on houses has been these brackets, and before that there were spikes and furrows. And they usually get screwed in at 18-inch or 2-foot centers, and that's what holds your eave trough up. And then there was a product that we started putting in several years ago. Fits inside this, and it screws in the front, holds it in. And what that does is it keeps your debris out of your trough and keeps the ice out of the trough. But when you get a lot of ice and snow like we've had this year, it doesn't always do the job. So the products that we're going to be putting on this house is a T-Rex product. It's full of holes. This one fits inside the trough. It's a full lip along the front, and it hooks on over top of the back. So this is what it's like inside the trough, so that it's continuous. You see the way it fits in the lip and hooks over the back, and your screws are in, and they're watertight with gaskets. And then that goes on and gives you a much more strength for the eave trough.
The major problem that people have is ice buildup. The snow sitting on your roof is generally fine. It's not too heavy. You can just bring it down with a snow bank if it's a big problem. What the big problem is ice. It weighs a lot, and that's what causes the real damage. It can fall on stuff, break stuff. It's broken a lot of glass tables, railings, barbecues, and what causes that ice buildup are two things: lack of ventilation and lack of insulation.
As the heat from the house melts the snow, then it becomes ice, and it backs up, and it backs up, and it keeps backing up. And so it becomes these huge dams of ice. And the weight of the ice takes down the eave trough and backs up in the houses.
So what we've done here, the fascia board and the trough has all come down. So the first thing we do is sister up some 2x3s to the old joists, because you can see how rotted they are, which is why the fascia board's coming down. We fasten the 2x3s far up where there's no water damage, so they get a good grip, and that effectively gives us a very solid piece to put the new fascia board onto. After we've sistered up the 2x3s, we put the fascia board back up onto the new rafters. Then we put new soffit that's vented, also allowing the heat to get out. And then we cover it with fascia, and then we put eave trough back on.
Here we are at Memorial Baptist Church in Stratford. So on this building, as in most buildings in the Stratford area, because our winds are predominantly from the west, it's mostly on the east sides of the houses that major damage has been done. And that's because the wind pushes the snow over top of the houses, and it drifts onto that side, and that's where the majority of the snow and the damage occurs. In the case of Memorial Baptist Church here, we were able to come in on time and put some plywood over top of the AC units. And you can do that yourself at home if you see your houses are starting to build up.
So you guys can see how much damage this ice can cause. You can see the eave trough is still attached to the fascia board the whole way down. What happened was the rafters again gave out. So the eave trough was nice and strong, but the rafters were just not strong enough. Even with the vented soffit, it still wasn't enough airflow because it was completely blocked by the insulation. And then you had that second problem with the rafters being inadequate or insufficient, and the ice just ripping the nails right out of the rafters. So when we fix this place, we're going to need to do the same thing. We're going to need to put in more substantial rafters, and hopefully we can figure out a way to add some ventilation.